What is up, guys? David here with the Whiskey Rebellion. How's everyone doing tonight? Looks got my regular barishioners here. How y'all?
Good, brother. How are you, man?
What's up?
Beautiful day.
Good.
70
It's a beautiful
degrees.
Monday.
Hard.
Happy bottled and oh, we missed it.
Right.
That was this weekend. That was what, Saturday? I think the second.
No, yesterday.
Sunday.
It was yesterday.
No,
It was
March
Sunday the
3rd, 1897.
1897. That's to what commemorate the Bottled and Bond Act.
Yep.
As I understand it. And we've talked about bottled and bond stuff before, and we painted as puffery and this and that, but like there is, or at least was, a point to it. And I brought out a case in point as to why there was a point to it. For doing the whole "what are you drinking tonight?" I'm gonna go first and just show this to folks so they can see it. And I've talked about this on the show before, and it's been probably years since I first opened this, and you can see this is not a big bottle, but this is Gobbler Springs. And they are made out of Tennessee, and it is not bonded. It is in fact young. It is in fact made with, let's say, less than standard methods. And I say less intentionally. The guy was real nice, so I'm always like, he's not going to see this, but like, I don't want to shit on the guy. But like, yeah, like there's a reason you want your whiskey made in an actual barrel. I'll just say it that way.
Yes.
And so, the Bottle and Bond Act came about, at least in part, because people were just kind of putting whatever together and calling it whiskey or calling it bourbon. They were using stuff like shoe polish and tobacco and
Spit.
There you go. Just random bullshit go and call it whiskey because it was brown.
Right.
And, it wasn't very good.
I could have been whiskey.
You could have been whiskey. Yeah, it's a good thing Jody's not here because he probably would have said it first, and then we've all gotten awkward. Don't call me a liar.
No. Not
Good
one
evening, Jennifer.
Jennifer, what's up, girl?
Jennifer.
But anyway, so that's what I'm drinking. It's of some age that is definitely less than 4 years. And I was telling Rob before, it's not that it tastes bad; it just doesn't taste good. Like it just doesn't have a lot of anything going on with it. Like you could make it. This would be like if you're trying to make like a well mixer or something like that.
Is it like the stuff that Mark sent us from whatever that Creek company was?
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. It's not that bad. Like I said, this doesn't taste like much of anything versus it being like notably unpleasant. So
Right. That had a taste, huh?
Oh, it had a taste.
Creek water, is that what it was?
Creek something.
Cross Creek. I can't remember.
Cross Creek. It was Creek something. Yeah, whatever it was.
But
I hadn't touched that bottle since. The last pour out of that bottle was to you all.
That's
And that's what
it's
4 years ago now, right?
It's been a while. It's still memorable. There's a lot.
Its next pour should be
All the
down the
bottles
drain,
that have
Mark.
come and gone since then. People still talk about it on this show. That's reputation. It's worth something.
Yeah.
Shit, that's reputation.
But anyway, so what do you guys got going on? Hopefully there's some bottled and bond stuff from fine gentlemen. Yeah, it's a little new riff of bottled and bond.
A little baby new riff bottled and bond.
You all are gonna be getting these.
That's what gets Mark through. We're gonna get us through too, apparently.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
All right, well, I'll start out.
Yeah, what you got?
So, I was in Ohio, as I was saying a little earlier, the other day, and I found this on their shelf over there. It's a little Ben Holiday bottled and bond. It is a 7-year bottled and bond.
Kansas City.
It is.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It's really nice. It's not as good as the Heaven Hill 7-year bottled and bond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I was sipping both yesterday. Definitely would take the Heaven Hill over this, but this is a really good whiskey.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I was just going to say as a caveat, for the bottled and bond, it has to be the 4 years, right?
Yes.
It has to be at least 4 years, and it has to be
at least 4 years, and it can
At least
only
100
be 100 proof.
Only 100 proof.
Yes.
Oh,
So I read
It
something
has
that
to
kinda
be
said it-
bottled at 100 proof, period.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So you hear that, folks? All right. It has to be 100 proof. It has to be at least 4 years. But it can be longer than 4 years.
Right.
Yes.
Good to know. Good to know. Well, you're enjoying it. Gino, what you got?
Damn.
Gino is drinking one of the tried and true.
Oh,
And as you can see,
Man after
I
my
have
own heart.
this in the large bottle
Oh, yeah.
because that is the way I buy it. Because, yes.
Well, the little
This
bottles
is-
are only 700 milliliters now. When I look at them, I just get a little bit angry. Like
no.
you know what I mean? Like, just put another
This stuff
50
here,
in, damn it. You know, it's not that expensive anyway. Just
the 750, you can get it for like $17. I mean,
Yeah.
that is not a $17 whiskey. Seriously.
don't tell them that.
Bottled and bond? Yeah, no. I did not say that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I retract that statement.
They're gonna say it's mid. They're gonna chase the other stuff.
This is a terrible whiskey. Do not buy this bourbon. Because you people get out there and buy all that whiskey, buy all this bourbon,
and then the prices
Evan
go
Williams,
up.
the price is going to go up. Yeah, no, please don't.
Excuse me.
But if you want to try one on occasion, you want to get into the bottled and bond scene, you want a good, solid bottled and bond whiskey at a reasonable price, at a Dave price, Evan Williams is your whiskey to buy. It is good, it's solid, it's well-rounded, delicious.
Yeah.
You know how many times I had to do that before I got it right on the first try? Because it's opposite, you know.
It's stage. Yeah, you got to remember stage left, stage right is the opposite.
That's right. That's right. But no, to your point, you're absolutely right. I mean, other things that are great kind of in that arena,
Yeah.
but even, I mean, most of them are at least a
Well,
little bit more
back in
expensive,
the
but they're
day-
usually reasonable. You get like the old Overholts, you get old granddads, those things that are reasonable as bottled
Back in
bond.
the day when I was getting into the whiskey scene, I was transitioning from craft beer into whiskey and bourbon.
Mm.
Evan Williams Black Label is what I was going to because it was very affordable.
Yeah.
It
It's
was
good.
it was around. It was easy to pick up anywhere. I don't drink it that much now. It's a great mixer,
Sure.
but I still enjoy the white label.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you know, you guys know I prefer my whiskey on ice. I like it cooled, but yeah, this is great straight up. And if I remember right, I think that runs me around about $25-$26.
Oh, the big one?
I normally see it
Yeah.
like 30 now, but yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's still in range for
No,
that much.
yeah, I've
whiskey.
seen it for 30, but I know where I can get it cheaper.
There you go. I haven't seen it. I used to see it cheap. I used to see it for like 24, 26. But
Yeah,
now it's like 30,
I can still
but,
find
you
it
know,
for 25
everything's more
at a
expensive
certain
now.
place, but I'm not going to mention it because all you people run out there and buy that.
Yeah, that's right.
And the price will skyrocket. Yeah.
Dumbasses.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Mark, what are you drinking?
So, one of old favorites, Old Faithful. Sorry, it's
Oh yeah.
What's my other? Sorry, I'm Zoom all day, and my Zoom camera's the opposite. So,
Yeah.
But Colonel Taylor, small batch. This is the one
For
that's
sure.
loved and hated at the same time.
Yeah.
Like everything that's come down of Buffalo Trace and Sazerac, and you know,
Yeah. That's a
you
good.
don't
That's
like
a good.
cool, don't drink it.
No. Yeah,
That's a
don't
good
drink it.
callback
Please don't drink it.
to the Bottled and Bond Act. In fact, because it was the Colonel whatever.
It was
Taylor,
Colonel Taylor who,
Yep.
who fought for it. Right?
Yeah, who spearheaded, I guess, the effort to create the.
But
Bottled and Bond
please,
And I
Like-
paid
like-
46 for this.
like Mark was saying, please
say
don't
that
buy
again?
that bottle.
I
Please
paid
don't buy that
40
bottle.
47. I paid
Act.
47.
$47.
Ooh.
That's a reasonable price for that bottle.
Oh, come on now. That ain't even bullshit. That's horseshit.
It's horseshit what people do pay for it.
Yes.
Well, I heard the price has gone up. I haven't confirmed that because again, I haven't purchased many bottles.
It's a good ass bottle of whiskey, but it's
Well,
not.
You get done
it's
with
not
that
where
case of
people
that
are
EH,
at.
Taylor, man. You might be all right.
Hold on, I'm getting a call from the hospital. Hold on.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All
That's
right, go
important.
take care of
Hope
that, man.
everything's good with your dad and that. But
So,
anywho, yes.
and I think Gino had mentioned there are some very reasonably priced great bottled and bonds, and it doesn't have to be a bourbon.
Yeah.
You mentioned the old Overholt bottled and bond
Mm.
is one of my favorites especially for mixing.
Mm.
They make just great, fantastic mixed cocktails. And one of the, and I know at least one book I was reading, there's a lot of people who call that the bartender's friend because they use that. It's $18 a bottle.
Yeah.
For a 4-year, 100 proof whiskey, you really can't
actually
go wrong
tastes
with that.
good enough to
It
drink
tastes
by itself.
great.
Yeah. For $18.
Old Rittenhouse Bottle and Bond is another great. I think that may have ticked up over the $20 range. It may be $21, $22 a bottle these days, but it's still in that very, very reasonable range. And that's a really nice rye.
Yeah.
The
Rittenhouse rye is a
Yes,
good
it
one.
is. Oh, yes.
And do you know how hard it is trying to convince bar owners and bar managers? Like, guys, just shit can that damn Jim Beam.
Yes.
And spend $2 more a bottle and get something that tastes good in a mixed drink. Because I'm sorry, 80 proof Jim Beam does not taste good in a mixed drink.
No.
Because part of it's how they sell to the customers too, though. I think it's part of the problem because people know what Jim Beam is. People know what Jack Daniels is, right? And they're familiar with those names, but they're not going to think of Rittenhouse off the top of their head or
and here's the thing, David.
Which is, to their detriment, but like
most people that I know will use Jim Beam as their well pour. Most bars I'm going that are using Jim Beam as their well pour. It's just what somebody says, hey, I just want a whiskey and Coke, a bourbon and Coke. They're reaching down and grabbing Beam. I reached down and grabbed Beam. Hell, reach down and grab an Evan Williams. Reach down and grab a Granddad bottle and bond.
Yeah.
So much better. And it's $2 more a drink, or $2 more a bottle. It's 25 cents a drink. You're charging $7 to $8 a day for a good mixed drink anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what's funny? You know what I've seen around the country for a well rye is Rittenhouse.
Yes,
there you go.
But
they're using Rittenhouse well rye.
That's better than Bullet, I think.
Yeah, I tell you,
and I don't like hate on Bullet.
Nothing wrong with Bullet. Bullet's a fine thing and it's a little niche.
Yeah.
But yes, no. And the thing about Beam, whenever I drink Beam, or even when it's mixed, it's that overwhelming charcoal flavor. Yeah, I don't want to drink charcoal. I don't mind it on my barbecue. I don't want to drink charcoal.
You don't want to taste the carbon in your drink.
Yeah, no. And you can't mix that out of it either. I mean, it's present all the way through. Whereas actually, I think this is cheaper than the Beam at this level.
Yeah, I think it is too.
And you don't have that problem.
Yeah.
Oh, Gino,
I feel like I need to go get another bottle of that shit. But yeah, the 700 milliliter bottles they annoy me so much.
It won't last.
They are.
I don't feel like I'm getting my money's worth anymore.
They're soon to be the industry standard. You're going to start seeing that phased out as we go through.
This industry sucks.
The next 3 to 4 years, you'll see everyone going on. Yep.
Right there, man.
The little bottles, You
got to squeeze that last dollar out of you, brother.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Yes.
So I was listening to some of the other major podcasts, and a recent discussion has bourbon seen its boom?
Has bourbon seen its boom? What do you?
Yes.
Are we on the downside of the bourbon boom? Are we, because there's so much bourbon and whiskey out there? The major players are always going to be there. Brown-Forman, Sazerac, Diageo, those guys are, they're always going to be there. Your Woodfords, your Nobs, your Beam products, they aren't going anywhere. But are our singles or our small producers going to get squeezed out here soon? Or are they just going to get swooped up into the Diageos, the Brown-Formans, the MGPIs?
My thought, what I think is some of the better ones are going to get snapped up by these bigger companies, and a lot of them will well, I don't think they're necessarily going to like go out of business or go bad or anything like that. But I think you're going to see a big drop off in new distilleries, in new like craft makers and things like that as the enthusiasm dies down due to oversaturation. That's what I really think is going to happen. Is that it becomes a point where there is so much choice, and it becomes basically that spending dollar becomes spread too thin. And it is going to get sucked up by these bigger companies who have bought these better small, like the Penelopes and all these other ones that we talk about all the time. That they get snapped up by these bigger companies, and they'll continue to push those lines so long as they're making money off of them. But you're going to see with such a saturated market, I think that there's going to be a big drop off in new guys coming onto the scene.
Yes,
in the next
I know.
years,
One of the really big numbers that are, they were talking numbers like NGPI, which we know is a major player, and they make distillate for a lot of small producers.
Yeah.
In their first quarter, they reported being 20% down, and that's product going out. So that means all of those small craft distillers that were purchasing from them, all of those sales are down. All of the, that's a really big number. 20% is a huge drop.
Yeah, that's a big drop, and I think that brings out the point that there's less startups out there.
Yeah, and
they're focusing in other areas.
Yeah, because there's no longer the kind of market that there was for it 4 years ago.
I agree. Overall, I agree. I think the detail in what you're about to say, or what you're saying, David, I disagree slightly. In that, the problem. Excuse me. I think the problem is
good sound discipline. I like it.
A lot of folks are being conscious of, oh shit, we keep putting out these young bourbons and they're crashing and burning.
Yeah.
They're putting these young bourbons out. It's like, yeah, we're gonna do a whiskey, we're gonna do a bourbon. And unless you're able to go Chris Stapleton, which by the way, that is not a bourbon, but anyway, you're putting these bourbons out and you're trying to figure out how you can get your money back in under 3 years. So you got to rush at the market. If you rush the market, yes, you're gonna get the newer folks, those crash, those those want to go grab everything. But it's just like with entertainment.
Yeah,
you're not going to get repeat buyers, but you're also going to get bad word of mouth. So it's like, so to give a metaphor, you hear today about movies and you say, okay, that the opening day was okay, but week 2 the drop off was 80-90%. Yeah, where the drop off used to be 20%. And that's because word of mouth is don't buy this.
Yeah.
but I really think that a lot of these younger whiskeys, they suck.
Yeah.
They suck.
True.
People trying to be slick.
They're right.
You turn out too many of a thing and the level of quality isn't there. The thing that got you excited beforehand is no longer like this. Okay, so like a great analogy in my mind that I'm just, I don't know, headcanon or whatever. So I watch a lot of like superhero movies. I like the action and the sci-fi and all that stuff.
Perfect example.
Whether or not it's Marvel or DC or whatever, that we are in a media environment where it's just saturated. And like the last several of these things from both Marvel and DC, not several, but most of the last several for both have just been really bad. And I know because I've seen most of them. Like, and even when you want to like it, even when you want it to be good, you're like, oh, that was bad. Like that was
disappointing.
That was just really disappointing. And now it's canon to this, and they have to find a way to fix the mess that they made over here. Like that kind of thing. So like Marvels, it was. I wanted that movie to be good. I wanted it to be good so bad, and I watched it. And I could not make myself like a 5-minute stretch of that movie. Like it was just a bad movie.
It's funny. We had I guess about a month ago, we had a big conversation down at Fine Ash over, of course, over whiskey and cigars. And real quick, not to go too deep, we can stay there if you want. But the conversation was,
we can do what we want.
Ladies, any ladies that are watching, I'm going to apologize in advance. Yeah. But the thought is,
Jennifer.
Yeah. But the thought,
She's probably going to agree with you, but go ahead.
The
She's
thought
probably
from
the
one
only
of,
one that's watching, but it's all right.
but the thought from one of my whiskey buddies was Marvel. They're trying to force women superheroes on us, and the thought was, well, yeah, we don't want that, and I disagree slightly in that. I think men would be okay with it, but I think it needs to be introduced. And I hate to say it, but that's just that world. That's that world.
I think
like
I
what
can't
they did. You did what 4 women-led comic book heroes back to back.
Yeah.
And I think they messed the order up. I think they totally blew the order. I think the Marvels would have worked better had they changed the order. Because they just did the Marvels. What was before the Marvels?
Well, they did Guardians.
What's her name?
Guardians was really good though. Guardians
is good.
I mean, the one Echo. So it was Marvels,
yeah,
Echo,
yeah, the show, yeah.
And then it was Miss Marvel and
She-Hulk.
Something.
She-Hulk.
Well, She-Hulk, but no, but it was
another
in between She-Hulk. There's like 2 in between She-Hulk that were at least one of them was a lead.
Oh, there was in Hawkeye. There was Kate Bishop.
Oh yeah, well yeah, the girl who's going to be the
Hawkeye. I actually thought was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
As far as
but it was like back to back, and I was like, you need
too quick.
Even in the comic books, and I mean, I hate to say it that way, but that's just the world we're in right now. You have to have some sort of an introduction, and then I think it would.
Yeah, you have to care more about like who these people are and what they're doing. I think the big problem in the Marvel, well, there was 2 big problems. One was Miss Marvel was a bad show. It was like a kid's show, basically.
Yes,
and I didn't enjoy it, and for that I did watch it, but I was like, this is like this feels like a Disney kids show.
It was cartoonish. It was a little
it was a little too cartoonish and too whimsical. And then so she's like one of the main actors or actresses, and then there's Brie Larson and as Captain Marvel, and I thought the first movie was fine. Like I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the first
That's
movie.
okay. Well, I enjoyed the first movie, and then they have the daughter of like her friend who died of cancer or whatever, and I cannot remember her name.
Monica Rambeau.
Monica Rambeau. Thank you so much.
Rambeau.
There's not really an introduction to her. So like she's like teased in little scenes and other shows and stuff like that. She's not really like her.
In WandaVision.
Yeah, and she was in WandaVision as a minor character.
This is what I'm saying. It was,
and so you get to see who the hell is this
3 years ago, right? That's
why do I care what happens to her?
Right.
You know? I mean,
and it's funny because we were equating that to and this guy that the guys were talking about, they're hip hop fans. And it's the same thing. I say it's the same thing with female rappers. The female rappers that do better, whether we like it or not, they were introduced as being a circle or a part of a group or clique with men. They got some sort of an introduction. Whether it's right or wrong, that's neither here nor there. If you want your product to succeed, you're going to need that kind of introduction somehow. Like you can't just put Storm out, you know.
Boom.
Wonder Woman didn't just come out on her own.
Boom.
She
Here
came
it
out
is.
with Justice League.
She saved Batman versus Superman, in my opinion. Like I'll go that far. Because I did not enjoy that movie until she showed up. I was like, thank you. She made that awesome. And then Wonder Woman was a good movie, but then Wonder Woman 1984 I thought was
that was garbage.
It's not a good movie.
But the first one I did like quite a bit.
But it's Gal Gadot, so I mean, what else? It's Gal Gadot.
You know.
But still, dude. I mean,
it's Gal Gadot.
Hercules.
That's hilarious.
It's Gal Gadot. I mean,
I might have to drink to that.
There you go.
So bring it back around to whiskey.
Oh yeah,
and what I was talking about. Love our rabbit holes, man. I love going down rabbit holes with this group.
It's the best.
So in the end, is what it comes down to is if you have a good local or small distiller that you love, go and support them.
Yeah,
100%.
Yes.
You know, there's 2 in PA that I know I will support. One is Liberty Pole, and the other is Big Spring Spirits. It's both kind of one's more central PA. Liberty Pole is about 10 miles south of me, but they're definitely 2 local or PA inspired whiskeys that I that I will do. And
yeah, and you know I like Liberty Pole as well.
Yeah, so
good.
Support your locals. We all know the Nationals are going to be there. You should be able to find them.
They'll be all right. Yeah, but support your locals.
Go Nats. Go Nats. I know you want to talk about baseball, but still go Nats. You see my Ohio Pittsburgh guy talking about the Nats.
That's okay. Smooth amber on the shelf. Pick that up.
That's okay, man. I got my group grew by one person this year on my season ticket group. We actually we bumped up to a half a season, so we all get 10 games this year.
Oh, nice.
So I got 10 games plus whatever games I get from the company that I want to go to. Like I can get at least 4 if I want to do some upgraded seats, or maybe I can talk the boss into taking us up into the super box, which is always a good time.
Hey, let me know, boss.
That sounds awesome.
I'm not that far away.
Yeah, seriously, the fact that you guys don't hang out more, like, but I say that, but it's been fucking like months since I've hung out with Jody, and he's an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
It's all Rob.
This is how life goes sometimes.
It's my fault.
It is Rob's fault.
Rob's a Pitt fan. He doesn't like WVU.
I'll tell you what. I was with my buddy today, and his daughter's graduating this year, and she is coming down to Morgantown.
Nice.
In the fall.
Okay.
So
that's what's up.
I don't hate West Virginia. I don't hate WVU. They're just like I don't like it.
He just likes everywhere else better. State. That's all.
I hate Penn State more than I hate WVU.
Hey, right there, brother.
My extended family's gonna hate you.
And what? No.
So like my parents both went to Pitt.
That's where that's at.
And my uncles
said that.
They went to, I think they both went to Penn State. They both have wives from Penn State. I'll say it that way. Like, yeah, and then all their kids went to Penn State pretty much. Not all of them, but a couple of them did.
Those poor kids.
Well,
if half of my
I'm not disparaging. I got great cousins. I'm not going to disparage anybody.
Senior management team.
I feel you on the salt, but
they're all like half of my company is all PSU grads.
Oh, damn, dude!
Wow,
it's prevalent up there.
I feel for
the pin relays though.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of love lost between Pitt and Penn State.
No, Rob and I, we're so close between each other. I mean, it's like maybe about an hour and a half between us. Yeah. We have yet to be able to hook up to go out and do this shit. And it's never matched up between what he's doing, what I'm doing, but yeah.
And I'm starting to get back into I was just doing some meetings. Like I looked at my month of May. I've got 3 days without groups on site. June is fully booked. July is I'm into summer camp then, and July through the third week of August, there is not like I'm calling people to come in and cover me to take a day off.
You
kind of thing.
Gonna need to, dude. You work entirely too hard.
Seriously.
I ain't gonna be like our friend who's not here who just put in the chat that he's been up working since 11 p.m.
Right.
And
he's
Billy, you're killing us. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, man. You gotta be good to yourself. Out here repping 305 for you. Get some sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I think what Billy's trying to do, he's trying to make everything perfect. Yeah. He wants to make it perfect.
And he doesn't really trust anyone else to do it but himself.
Exactly.
We keep having this conversation with him.
He's got to touch that.
He's got to get people. He's got to teach them.
He'll get there.
And I know he knows how to do it and shit like that, but like, you can't burn the candle at both ends.
What I'm afraid of is
it gets stupid as we get older.
From a hospital bed.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Nick ended up there once already with.
He already did that with the walking freaking pneumonia.
Yeah.
Yep.
Seriously, you get walking pneumonia in Miami by working as hard as Billy, basically. But no, we got someone here.
Uh-oh.
Got Devin in the chat.
Holy shit! Someone's watching.
What's up, Mark?
Nephew was good.
He's with Mark.
There you go.
All right.
Mark's people. Mark brings the
Welcome to the show, Devin.
That's one of
Mark
my
for the
AC
people.
nephews.
Tonight we got visitors. We got people watching.
Yeah, we got people. We just hanging out.
It was funny. I always discover people sneak in and out. I'm like, you didn't say
And people. I think most people watch for a while and like they'll be entertained, but like if it's on Facebook or something like that, people have a tendency to keep scrolling. You know.
Yep.
It's really like the YouTube watchers. It's like, well, I got on YouTube to watch videos. So
Right.
Find one on YouTube. You're going to stay and watch
And
it.
here these guys.
Actually,
If you're scrolling Facebook, you're going to keep scrolling after a minute because you want to see what else. You know what else is going to tingle that brain stem.
More entertaining than these guys. Yeah.
It's the ADHD nature of what we do.
Yeah. It's the little dopamine hits. So Mark, one of my favorite people at the cigar lounge. Now, which one is that? Is that Fine Ash? Or is
Fine
that
Ash.
Yeah.
Fine Ash. Nice.
Mm.
Nice. It's cool.
Rob, you get out here.
And yes, people, we are saying Fine Ash.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, Gino.
Age is present. Yes, I still do on
Okay.
occasion when the weather is warm enough that I can be outside that long.
Got you.
You mean like today? It was.
I was gonna ask.
It
Was
was
it a good one for y'all? It was
beautiful.
beautiful when I got out. of work.
Glorious today, man.
Yeah, y'all had
70
Arizona weather.
degrees.
Pop the sunroof open today on the ride home, man. It was
Yep.
glorious.
Man, I wear like
Yeah,
4 layers of clothes when I go into work because they keep it like a refrigerator in there. When I got out, it's always like, is it cold today? Is it hot today? I don't know yet. Like I got out, I was like, hot damn, it's warm out here. Disrobing.
It was a good day today.
It was. And tomorrow's supposed to be about the same.
Nice.
I know.
No, I'll take it. I mean, it's March. It's okay to feel like spring.
See, if
We don't trust it here in Tennessee. We don't trust it to last. But
No, it won't last here either. But if it stayed right here all the time, I'd be okay.
Right.
so
Like,
Southern
I don't wanna
California is
get-
the place for you, Rob.
I don't want it getting up into Mark territory. Like,
Well, no,
that's just way too hot.
Well, no, we got a long time for that. We're good now. We're
Dry
we're
heat, though,
75,
man.
80 right
Well,
now.
wait, no, Mark's up near Phoenix.
I don't care, man. Dry heat, moist heat, it's fucking heat.
Oh no, it is. But
Dry heat.
Oh,
nice.
no, there's a difference.
it's hot. It is a big difference, but it's
Big
hot. But it is a
time
big
difference.
difference. It's a big difference.
Yes, sir. I spent a year and a half, almost 2 years down in Cochise County in Arizona. It was glorious.
A lot of
I mean,
people
it was
see,
just
Rob. A lot of
freaking
people say what
fantastic.
you say, then they go there, and you're like, you know what? This actually
no,
isn't that
dude.
bad.
You would appreciate it. It was dry.
Oh, no, I
humidity.
wouldn't.
No,
I wouldn't.
seriously. You wouldn't really notice that it was like 100, 110 because it would be like maybe like 75, 70.
Too many years of standing on a line in a kitchen and it being 120 degrees. I don't care. It's heat. I don't care.
That's hilarious.
No,
Man, I gotta say though,
but still, it's a different heat, dude. And yeah, it was. I would like to be back there right now.
I gotta say one thing about the climate down there in Arizona though, because I'm from Pittsburgh like you are, Rob. And I was born asthmatic. I was in and out of the hospital a lot for the first 2 years of my life, like real bad, with asthma, and like suffered with it my entire childhood until we moved to Arizona. I had one last asthma attack, like one last one, and then I never had another one again.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I should attribute it to the climate there or whatever, but like dried all that lovely Pittsburgh funk up out of my lungs.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I can breathe again.
But you know the problem now.
that had nothing to do with the humidity in the air. That had more to do
Just
with
being away from Pittsburgh.
all of the other crap in the air.
That too, but yeah, it was southeastern Arizona. The elevation was about 5,500 feet. It was nice. Dude, it was nice. I loved it. I want to go back.
Where I think
I'm
Rob,
about 45 minutes south of you, Rob. I experienced the same weather you do.
we should give up on selling him this
sucks.
idea, but like northern parts of Arizona, where like you get pine forests and shit up there, like it is, it's much more of an in between kind of a climate than just you're in the burning desert kind of a thing. But anyway, neither here nor there. We'll let that
You'll
go.
get all 4 seasons up north.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, we got it down there in Cochise County. It would snow like in February.
Go, thank you.
It would snow overnight.
He said that so
Because
fast.
the elevation, it would snow
Mark is like,
overnight. The shit would be gone by about noon the next day. That's the perfect snow, man.
Jennifer said, my sister lived in Arizona. She always said the weather is beautiful, dry heat. It's true.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I lived in Scottsdale, and it was a little too much on the heat, but it was definitely dry. Didn't have the humidity. But like that is like that. You can burn leaves with a magnifying glass kind of heat.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, we used to do that in DC. You would burn all kinds of hair with it.
Yeah, I was a little heathen, when I was a kid, burning shit with a magnifying glass. But anyway, Arizona's nice. I should go back.
I love Arizona.
But anyway, what else is going on?
I have no idea.
Damn it.
Yeah,
so. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
You all right? What happened?
I lost a thought.
You had a thought and it went away. I'll tell you though, the more this Gobbler Springs that I drink, the less I like it. I'm like, it doesn't taste bad. It doesn't taste good. I was like, well, maybe it tastes a little bit bad.
Right.
Yeah, you just keep sipping on it. Going, oh yeah, it's getting worse.
It's there.
Like,
it's getting worse.
There's definitely something there that's it's unpleasant.
Yeah, no.
It's got
really my goal is to get rid of it so I don't have to look at it anymore.
There you go.
But I don't.
How many? And probably not so much to you, David, because we get where you are in the world right now. How many bottles do you guys have to get rid of? No, we've talked about this. How many?
Like stuff you're tired of looking at.
Just because you're tired of looking at it.
None.
It's a good answer.
The bottles that suck, I cook with them.
Okay.
Yes.
But I never talk about them. Generally.
There was one that I had. I didn't even want to cook with. I can't remember the name of it because I've not bought it again. I can't remember the name of it.
Now that one is in a cabinet, so I never see it and I don't think about it.
That one.
That one.
That one.
Yeah.
I think
I make myself drink the bottles that I think are really bad because I don't really cook, so I'm not going to cook with it, and I can't really make myself throw it away because it's a waste, and I have a real hard time with that. Depression era grandparents from Pittsburgh, as you know. Like, no, you don't waste shit. So like,
you don't waste it.
What I'm doing right now is I'm getting through it. Is what I'm doing.
No, and I understand what you're saying, Dave, and I'm older than everybody else here. I understand that principle, but yeah, I've encountered some bourbons that pour that shit out.
No, I can't pour it out either.
I haven't got there.
Oh yeah,
I haven't got there yet
because I've tried to cook with it, and really no.
The closest I came to that was a bottle of like super cheap rum that I bought as part of making mixed drinks for like a Halloween party we did. We made up these like little blood bag looking things, but it was like a mixed drink and thing. It was like really fucking cool. And the mixed drink was cool, but we had a bunch of this rum left over, and it was like a aged maybe 6 months kind of rum. Like it was like real fucking bad. And I was like, I cannot drink this at all. So I kept buying like orange juice and pineapple juice and whatever else I could. Yeah, whatever I could to mix with that shit, just so I didn't have to drink it straight. And like I probably spent like a multiple of what I spent on the bottle on other shit to mix with it, just so I could not let it go to waste. Because that is what's wrong with me. That is the disease my grandparents have all instilled in me at this point.
That is Bananas Foster rum, man. You mix enough brown sugar into that when you flame it off.
Yeah.
Get some bananas in there.
Okay.
That sugar will overtake all of it, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Bananas Foster.
I do understand that, Dave. That was part of my weight problem for years. I was that generation, clean your plate.
Oh, 100%.
Generation.
I would sit at the dinner table for 2.5 hours until my plate was completely clean. That food had been reheated 3 times. It was still stone cold. But my parents made me sit there and eat every bit of it.
That was that generation. And it's like, I don't do that with a bourbon anymore. If I buy one, it's a mistake. And it's like, I can't drink this. And it's like, okay, I'll try to cook with it. I can't cook with this. No, it's gone. Yeah.
I mean, I hear you.
I'm not going to torture myself for a bourbon. It's like, yeah.
You were probably mentally healthier than I am for it. Like I just, if I'm being real honest, it's a compulsion at this point. Anyway, Jennifer says, Mark Lewis, if you ever order from delivery.com, you might met someone in my brother-in-law's family. They own the franchise in your area. Well, there you go.
I have not,
from
but
delivery.com.
I'll keep my eye out.
And what is delivery.com deliver? Is it?
It's the same as all the other delivery services.
Yeah, I've never used them here. I've only used those on trips. I've never used most of that stuff at home. Although on occasion I'll Uber. But.
Hey, Jennifer, tell them send us money. We'll read commercials for them on here.
Yeah, for sure.
For delivery.com.
I'll give them a name and everything.
I'm just
why not?
What their name is?
They can buy my house. They're more than welcome to deliver here. I don't care. You know.
Yeah, that's bad whiskey. All right.
It's
still
bad.
I still go,
it's bad. It's not just bad.
Dude, you know, when you found out it was made in a plastic barrel, seriously. I understand about shaving a buck here or there, but dude,
it's because he couldn't source the wooden barrels. There was like a shortage or something like that.
And told you something right off the bat.
It did. That's why I've repeated it so many times. I knew it was a problem at the time as I was watching this.
My brother,
I'm like, you know what? I'm here now. You're just in this. You're just in it.
You're in it now. Just go and get rid of it. That's all you got to do. Just drink it down.
Go there. Be polite to the guy. He's a nice guy. But
yeah,
you know, he's like one of these
guys got your money, dude.
Stuff that's, I mean, I probably spent less than $20 there. Like,
there you go.
I'm not real worried about it.
$20 you don't have. Well, he's got.
I'm worried about it today. I wasn't worried back then.
Barrel.
That's right.
It's all right.
But anyway,
it's all right.
Even the guys that I know to make shine don't use plastic barrels.
I understand.
No,
but this is the whole case in point to kind of circle it back to the original topic. We only got a couple minutes left, but like, you know, why, you know, they put these controls in and why we're so disparaging of people who try to turn out shit that's too young just to make a buck. This is like peak. We're just trying to get a return on investment. So we're throwing shit together and, you know, we're making this in gin, you know, to sell to restaurants for whatever. Like, that's what's up. So yeah, that's why we had the bottle and bond deck. It did have it's kind of puffery now, but like not always 100% puffery. Sometimes it's good to know we have a little bit of a reliability there. But research your brands, whatever they are. I mean, that's really the more important thing.
And I think for me, that's
talk to someone who's had it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking at something that, well, there may be some puffery behind it, to quote our friend Jeff, that when you're getting something that says bottle and bond, we know it's at least aged 4 years. We know it's going to be 100 proof.
Yep.
So we know that it's not going to have additives. It's not going to have any of that crap in it. That really helps save a whiskey.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I was sipping on this mellow corn. It's not a great whiskey, but it's a drinkable whiskey.
It is.
It's 100% corn, and trust me, you get every ounce of that 100% corn out of that whiskey.
Tasting notes: corn,
corn,
and corn.
Middle of the palate, corn. Finish, corn. You're getting it all the way through.
Nothing but
you know, it's a 4-year whiskey.
Yeah, that's still better than half. That's better than half the shit on the shelves.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yes, it is, and it saves a lot of the guessing game that you get into when you go to look at some of these younger whiskeys, like Mark was talking about. These guys trying to rush whiskeys out because they're, and there's a local distillery, and I'm not going to say the name, but they do something called Grandma's Rocking Chair, and they we age it in a 15 gallon barrel, and they they call it a rocking chair because they put it in a thing to rock it, and they say it ages it quicker. No, nothing ages whiskey quicker. There's no process.
Ages whiskey? Age.
Right.
Time ages whiskey.
Time ages whiskey.
Yeah.
Period.
If you absolutely have to go that route, then you want to go short barrel. But even that, you're pushing it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's got to be watched and done very well. And
right. There's the company out of California, and I can't remember their name, where they try to do the reverse osmosis thing where they pull it in.
Yeah.
And now I still chuck one of their bottles. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's Cleveland. It's the one in Cleveland.
There's one in Cali too.
Yes.
What's the name of them? I got one of those around here somewhere. I sent Chuck one.
Yeah, someone gave me a Cleveland whiskey that was not good.
The one I had was sweet.
It tastes like it's aged 4 years, but it's only aged a year. No, I don't care. I don't care what reverse osmosis thing you're doing to suck it in and out of the char or whatever. You're aging it in a stainless steel barrel with charred stays in it in some zero atmosphere, whatever bullshit. With age,
it's space aged whiskey.
Space age. I'm sorry, age. You can't replace age with any kind of process. To me,
I am open to the idea that someone will come up with a way to accelerate an aging process. I don't think we've seen one yet.
No.
And I don't hate people for trying, but don't act like you've succeeded when you haven't.
Right.
Just because you invested in it doesn't mean doesn't mean it worked.
No. It's gonna touch that wood for that long.
Oh, okay.
No way to get around it.
David is just suffering through that. You are just suffering through that.
I think that's why it's been about 2 years since I've had any of this.
Dude, send me your address.
There's only one pour. Please don't send me pity bottles. I make choices. I don't need whiskey in my life.
I'll put this down there to you, brother. No,
you can't want if I really want one. I'm making choices with my dollars because I have to right now.
Wrong choices, dude.
It's okay.
This didn't cost me anything else. I've had it forever, right? Versus going out and buying something new.
It's that Mercy pick that I'm going to send to you. It's not going to cost you a dime either.
like a care package.
Plastic barrels, dude.
Care package for broadcast. Oh, that makes me sad. But also really appreciate you guys at the same time because y'all are looking out for me. Kind of y'all.
I got some scotches I'll send you, David.
There you go, because you're not going to drink that shit anyway. So
I ain't going to drink it anymore.
Maybe.
Yeah, see that I'm more receptive to. Like I have this shit, I'm not gonna drink it. Cool. Trash Panda is always open. It's
and David, it's Glenfiddich and Glenmorangie.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The Glenmorangie is a 15-year Solera.
Fucking hell. I mean
that's good.
I'm not gonna drink it.
If you really don't want it.
David, I know you. I didn't think you would.
You could have been much less good than that, and I would have the same attitude. But I'm actually kind of excited.
Glenmorangie, yeah.
I gotta get around to sending some things out. I got a bunch of things lying around that I've been meaning to send. So anyway, gentlemen,
I'm gonna have to change my my title over here to Rag and Bone.
Rag and Bone Man.
Anyway, but guys, this was fun. Happy belated Bottle and Bond Day to everyone. Appreciate the comments and people watching and stuff like that. Always enjoyable. Billy, hope you get some rest. Mark,
be good to yourself, Billy.
Hope your dad is okay. Please keep us updated. We're all thinking about him. Let us know if you need anything. Other than that, be good to yourselves. Drive like you know each other. Cheers, guys.